Tell me you love me, can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here up in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, skirling a tank, rolling with the gang. You sick and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
Your fucking boogers.
No, I did not eat my boogers. You ate your boogers.
Dude, everyone knows you eat your fucking boogers.
We saw you eat the boogers.
Dude, your grandma talked about you eating your boogers on your birthday party.
Okay, the cake was there.
Green.
Their cake was there. There might have been a booger on it, but I didn't eat the booger.
It's fucked up. You know you eat the fucking
good?
boogers.
They should be sending you audio over there.
We're back?
You open
We're live?
sound. You
I
open
don't know.
recording.
I still don't
Make
hear
sure
nothing.
you have a level here from coming from the board.
I don't know. Yeah, I still don't hear it. I got mine.
There
There we go. All right, we're back. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights
Wait,
Live
catch the booger
on WoodwardSports.com. I am Spencer Astor. He is Speak Easy. We got Chris Platty in the TD booth and JB Smooth on the ones and twos. Okay. We just got in a heated argument that you guys caught a little bit of it, caught a little bit at the end. But as I was saying, we have a big show lined up for you guys, a lot of different things to talk about. We got the NFL draft that we got to break down, different people, or NFL draft combine, excuse me, to break down a lot of different people talking about eating boogers. But first things first, the GOAT, the man himself, the best mixed martial artist of all time, guess what he did? He cemented that. He cemented his greatness. He won his heavyweight belt. He choked out Cyril Gane in under 2 minutes. You said he couldn't get it done. You hated on him.
Chill.
You said he's not the same guy without steroids.
Chill.
And guess what he did? He went out there and he manhandled Cyril Gane.
Listen,
So apologize.
You know damn well I didn't say that he couldn't get it done.
Apologize.
That was never the case. He's definitely capable of getting it done, and he is the GOAT. He's headed back towards that path.
There's no path. He's at the end. He is the GOAT, period.
Everything I said up until Saturday was valid, though. And it honestly still is.
No, it's not.
The Dominic Reyes, that was a decisive win by John Jones?
He's the GOAT. Win's a win.
Did he win the Dominic Reyes fight?
Yes, he won. He did.
Did you think he won?
Yes.
Initially. You thought he won that fight,
Yeah,
bro?
he won that fight.
No, I'm saying, like, did you think he won that fight?
Yes, I thought he won that fight.
You cabin. Nonetheless, that stuff still stands pat.
No, it doesn't.
John Bones Jones. Why you gotta make this a fucking argument? It's not even a fucking argument. He had a fucking great fight. Why are we talking about that?
Because you're a hater. He said he couldn't get it done.
I did not say he couldn't get it done.
You didn't believe in him.
You're the biggest fucking cap.
You didn't believe in him.
That's cap. That's cap.
Saying Khabib's better.
I said Khabib's a GOAT.
No, he's not.
Not anymore.
He wasn't, ever.
He definitely was.
Never.
Listen, the way John Jones went out there this past Saturday and did Cyril Gane within 2 minutes, completely dominated him. It's exactly how Khabib did every fucking single person he's ever fought.
Yeah, and how many of those were championship fights?
At least 4.
Four. Only 4. Not at least. Just 4.
And guess what? Khabib's never been popped for steroids.
How many does John Jones have, though?
How many has he had clean?
How many championship fights does he have?
How many without steroids?
I don't know. Can you count them?
I can tell you without steroids. I can tell you without steroids. Gustafsson 2.
Okay.
Santos, Smith.
He dropped for all those.
Reyes.
He dropped dirty for all of those.
No, I'm saying these are the ones he had clean.
Okay, yeah. He dropped dirty for all the other ones?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You pull it up right now. Let me see where it says he dropped dirty for every single title fight he had before those.
You know he popped for steroids.
Did I? Did he drug test? Did he get?
Yeah, he did. He got
popped
suspended.
For it?
Yeah,
for every single title fight before that.
That's before they didn't test it back then.
Oh, okay. So you're just making assumptions.
Yes, absolutely making
Okay.
assumptions.
Okay. 4 or 15? What's a bigger number? 4 or 15?
Gustafsson 2.
What's a bigger number? 4 or 15?
Which, by the way, Gustafsson 2 was supposed to happen in California, but because there were still the peak grams within him, they had to move back to Las Vegas. A lot of people couldn't go.
What's a bigger number? 4 or 15?
So we'll go Gustafsson 2, because I also give it to him. Gustafsson 2.
Yeah.
Santos, Smith, Reyes, and now Gane. 5.
That's still more than 4.
And
so
exactly.
if you're going to discredit
He's
his
officially
entire
over
body
4.
of work before that,
Officially
that's
over 4.
disgusting. He's
And
the
then
GOAT.
on top of that,
He's the GOAT.
we had the whole situation that just went down. Every single one of those Khabib fights were fucking just as dominant as John Jones was for the first time since being clean.
Khabib's like 4 maybe in the rankings.
Definitely not 4.
Yeah.
Definitely not 4.
Ariel Helwani agrees with me.
That's all right.
That it's John Jones and then GSP.
John Jones the GOAT. He proved it this Saturday. I don't know why you're trying to make this a fucking thing right now.
Didn't have to prove anything.
He did. He did have to prove it.
He been the GOAT.
He did have to prove it.
Been the GOAT.
Had to prove it.
Still the GOAT. Always the
Definitely had to prove it. I ain't going to tell you that that's not the
GOAT. You
case.
doubted him.
I did not doubt him. Stop saying that. That's very annoying.
It's all right.
You doubted him.
I didn't doubt shit.
You said he was going to get his ass whooped.
When did
And
I
then
say
you
that?
said Shevchenko was going to fucking wash Alexa Grasso.
Yeah, you said that too.
Yeah. And then you said fucking Jeff Neal was going to knock out the other guy.
Yeah.
And then you also said, how you like my fucking bullshit. No, that card was fucking lit.
That was. It was a good card.
That was like worth every bit of hype. The fight of the night for sure. Jeff Neal versus Romanov or whatever you say his name. That was
a great fight.
That was a great fight. And then I guess to the Shevchenko point, that fight, Alexa Grasso, the way she won that, that shit was
beautiful.
Yeah, dude, it was beautiful.
She attacked
Honestly,
her
it
back.
was.
Yeah, and you see, she literally was training for that before the fight, like the exact same thing.
Really?
The trainer did the spinning back kick and she took her back.
I mean, you could tell.
Yeah.
It was like brilliantly beautiful. Like, because Shevchenko is like, I get Nunes, like, whatever.
Clown sauce, as Don Fry would beat John Jones.
Did he really say that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. I can't with this dude. John Jones the GOAT. Cyril Gane was prepared. He just didn't have enough experience to even be in there with him.
No.
And
Outclassed.
the Stipe thing too?
He's going to dog walk Stipe.
I think so too.
He is going to dog walk Stipe.
I think so too. I don't want to disrespect Stipe and say like dog walk.
No, I love Stipe.
Yeah.
But John Jones is going to dog walk Stipe.
Yeah, but Cyril Gane's not Stipe though.
He's not.
Like Stipe is like,
I know.
he's regarded as the best heavyweight all time because he just defended it fucking twice.
Yeah.
that's how crazy the heavyweight division is. But I mean, John is him. He looks fucking huge at heavyweight.
Yeah,
by
he
the way.
does.
Like you watch him stand like sideways and he turn and get the back shot.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm like,
His
holy
back,
fucking
his
shit,
back was
dude.
huge.
That was wild.
Man's the GOAT, man. It's all it is.
You know, John Jones the GOAT.
He's gonna run the heavyweight division for a while.
It's crazy too. Like, and I posted it yesterday. I probably should post it Saturday night, but like, It was literally the end of season 3 or 4, whatever it is, of The Boys.
Yeah.
Where like Homelander, like, kills the guy.
Kills the dude and everybody starts clapping.
Hey!
Yeah.
As John Jones during his walkout, like that place erupted.
I called the
got the
walkout
goosebumps
music
going.
and the finish by submission.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, the walkout music, that's his walkout music every time. Yeah, it's not like.
Yeah, I know, but
I called it. The same song comes
called
out to
it.
every time.
the champ is here.
No, it was beautiful, man. I kind of had this as like the next topic, but maybe I get into it a little bit now. But the John Jones coming back and having like the crowd erupt and everyone just kind of like just forget everything in that moment.
That's what happens. That's what sports.
Right?
Happens in sports.
Sport is
Kobe.
spectacle. Like you
Ben
admire them.
Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis.
You don't know these people off the field or out of the cage. You only know them like in the arena,
You only
on the
know
field,
he's the GOAT.
in the Draft Jalen Carter.
Draft Jalen Carter.
Fuck the bullshit. We appreciate these people for what they are in sport, right? If Jalen Carter is highly regarded as like the number 1 defensive tackle coming out of this draft, some people are saying he's gonna be the number 1 overall pick. Draft him at 6.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many more. Like this Saturday with John Jones is a clear example of that. Like we forget it.
Yeah.
When we're watching them do what they do, what they're actually good at, we're not thinking about any of that stuff.
No.
And it even goes beyond John Jones. We had the conversation about Ray Lewis, Alden Smith. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
Draft him. Draft Jalen Carter.
Draft him.
Please.
And I see David E. Walker freaking out in the Woodward Sports chat about Derrick Henry. We are going to talk about that because Derrick Henry is apparently on the trading block.
Yeah.
He's getting shopped around. Frank Clark was cut by the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So-
That is like the Derrick Henry thing. Sure, if you want a bullshit topic, I'm down to do it because maybe we should actually look at the contract and stuff like that because I haven't yet. But Frank Clark, I feel like that's more of a reality than anything.
Yeah, Derrick Henry, I think he's making 18 mil.
Yeah. Frank Clark also leads the entire like postseason
Yeah.
in sacks, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's like a clutch gene, if everything that people like hate on against C.J. Stroud and him not coming up in the big moments, like Frank Clark is the polar opposite of that on the defensive side of the ball.
Always shows up when it matters most.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that boy's available in free agency. You got a veteran piece as well on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was always kind of hesitant on the Aquara stuff like that. If Frank Clark's out there and I need to cut an Aquara to get him, snip.
Yeah.
Brings like, is he from Detroit? I know he went to Michigan.
Frank Clark? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Is he from like the state of Michigan? I'm unsure of. By the way, speaking of fights, I saw Creed 3, best one.
Really?
In my opinion.
I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah. I saw the second one. I didn't see the first one. I seen the first one, but like, it was just kind of like, it was like mad corny. I'm not gonna lie.
He was born in California.
He's born in California.
Yeah.
Don't care. We're calling this his home anyway.
Yeah.
Bring him home.
Bring him home.
I want Frank Clark.
Bring him back.
All right. I am 110% down for that. I think Lloyd, I forget the first name, my man in LA Rams linebacker.
Yeah.
He's also about to get cut. If they can't find a trade partner, he's not good enough to get a trade partner, in my opinion. No disrespect to him when he comes here or whatever, but that's a piece Brad Holmes may be looking at. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on off this past weekend. I mean, we haven't even talked about the combine stuff.
I haven't talked about the combine yet.
Because I don't think that any of the quarterback stuff went on until Saturday.
Saturday was when it happened.
Yeah. We got to load the show.
We do got a load show. We got a lot to talk about, and we're definitely going to get into all of it. But first, let me tell you about Custom Health Centers. Because Custom Health Centers can help you lose upwards of 20 pounds like it did with our very own Ryan Ermanni. Ryan Ermanni went from Corey Spaghetti to Corey Maggette. But in all seriousness, you can do the same thing. All you have to do is call them at 844-789-8446. That's 844-789-8446. Call Custom Health Centers today and let them help you lose some weight.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you show us, give that like down there, and show us some love on podcast platforms. We're out there on Apple Music now. We weren't on Apple Music for a while, but we're there. Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, make sure you go in there, give the Heavyweights a 5-star review, leave a comment, say I'm fat. I don't care. Just leave the 5-star review. So we talked about it a little bit, but obviously a lot happened with the NFL Draft Combine over the weekend. Quarterbacks are lighting up the board. Anthony Richardson did. He set the highest vertical jump for a quarterback, longest broad jump for a quarterback, and ran. What did he run, JB? A
4.39.
4.39.
Fastest in like the last 29 years or something.
So that's all good stuff, and that's definitely things that are gonna up his draft stock a little bit. So now more than ever, the prospect of either Jalen Carter, more than likely Jalen Carter, or Will Anderson falling to the Lions seems too real. Mm-hmm. Because you got to think the Colts are getting up, they're getting in there.
Yeah.
They're going to have a top 3 pick. They're getting a quarterback. Houston's getting a quarterback. Arizona, probably not, but you never know.
The
Raiders are getting a quarterback. It's just too real that one of those 2 prime defenders are going to fall to the Lions. And if that is Jalen Carter, we've talked about it already. I said I don't care. You draft Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
About his situation going on. Is that still how you feel? Jalen Carter's sitting there at 6. You take him.
Yeah. I mean, I have no issue with it. I think it's borderline stupid not to. I mean, truthfully, we just talked about it with John Jones. We witnessed it this weekend with John Jones. Like, this dude, as a professional fighter, hit a woman, hit his wife.
Yes.
Before that, he's caught, 2 times the legal limit with alcohol and a gun, which, whatever. I'm not, whatever, but it's still against the law. Hit a pregnant woman. It ran. Had the cocaine abuse beforehand. Saturday night, I didn't think about any of that outside maybe the wife thing. When he's in the cage, no, we're watching him play the damn sport or game, whatever the hell you want, whatever you want to say it is. Mm-hmm. That's all we care about. If we're being completely honest, in terms of culture fit, I guess football's a different sport. There's a little bit of team camaraderie you need there. You have respect for the guy next to you on the plays. List goes on. Ray Lewis. Mm-hmm. Josh Gordon.
Yep.
Kareem Hunt. I mean, seriously though.
Greg Hardy got 4 chances.
Greg Hardy.
Alden Smith.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Greg Hardy's actually the perfect example because his was a domestic abuse thing. Tyreek Hill. Do we wonder why he fell in the draft?
Yeah.
Because he hit his pregnant wife or girlfriend, whatever it was at the time. If we forgive these other people, it's a recency bias. That's the only reason is recency bias to say we don't when it comes to Jalen Carter being in a Honolulu blue uniform.
Yes.
If we know, and by the way, it's not just he's a talented football player. It's a position of need for the Detroit Lions.
Huge position of need.
Maybe it's more like a Brad Holmes thing, and they got to deal with the PR team with the Detroit Lions, saying, "Hey, we can't do this because it's a bad look," or I don't know what the case is, but fucking do it. Yeah. But please.
If I'm Brad Holmes, I'm telling the PR team, sorry, we need players, we need dudes.
Yeah.
And Jalen Carter is a player. Jalen Carter is a dude. If I am the Lions and Jalen Carter is sitting there at 6, I run up to the podium like they did with Aiden Hutchinson and I draft Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
And it's looking more and more like Jalen Carter is going to be there at 6.
It's almost a reinvestment into Aiden Hutchinson, too. Mm-hmm. Just because of the Dominican Sue effect, the amount of double teams he's going to command in the middle. And they have Aiden Hutchinson on these one-on-ones. Because Aiden Hutchinson, if I'm not mistaken, was the most double-team player in all football last season. Is that correct?
I'm not sure about that.
I read that somewhere, but I've read a lot of things from you crazy Lions fans. All right,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
that was one of them. If that's true, and you add a Jalen Carter, you have your James Houston. If you keep the Aquara, don't keep Aquaras. By the way, I like both the Aquaras. Like, I honestly wouldn't even be mad if Romeo Aquara returned to this team. We've seen him be productive when healthy. He came back mid-season. Like, I don't know what people expected to see out of him. He did give you 1-2 sack game.
Yeah.
But I don't think you should have expected him to come back like
guns blazing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, didn't miss a beat.
Yeah. Like, give this guy like an off season to get acclimated or whatever. But again, if they cut him, I don't care. Nonetheless, though, Jalen Carter increases the production of every single one of those guys.
Yes.
And you can't argue they don't, because we've seen it here in Detroit with Ndamukong Suh, Nick Fairley. We've point blank.
Yes, that was the best defense Detroit has had in 20 years.
I think you increase your run defense that way. You sure as hell increase your pass defense that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit, we're talking about drafting a cornerback at number 6, which I have no problem with.
No.
We looked at, from two.
If it's not Jalen Carter, I want Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah. And I was listening to some radio station on the way in, and they're talking, laughing or trying to like clown the cornerback at number 6 pick. And the reality is, 2022 last year, I believe it was obviously Sauce Gardner and then Derek Stingley.
Yes.
Both had solid rookie years.
Yes.
At a position which, like, you're supposed to, your rookie year is not really, it's your second year is like where you explode, right?
Mm-hmm.
The year before that, you had J.C. Horn.
Yep.
And Patrick Surtain.
Yes.
Like, it's not this isn't grandpa's NFL anymore. Right? Like, this is no longer, it's 2023. These top 10 cornerbacks they seem to be producing as of late.
Cornerback is the second most important position on the defense.
For sure. And again, we talked about it because we have no issue going at cornerback 6.
Yes.
We're both on the Christian Gonzalez train. But if you take Jalen Carter, that helps your backfield as well. And you still have pick 18 to address that.
Mm-hmm.
And or free agency, and or if you pull the trigger and make a move for Jalen Ramsey. I think a lot of what the Detroit Lions need to do revolves around putting your nuts on the table, turning that draft card with Jalen Carter's name on it.
Yeah, you get the best player available. Obviously, you want to draft a guy for your need, and it just so happens that at 6, if Jalen Carter is there, the 2 best players available are going to be the 2 biggest positions of need, and that is defensive tackle and quarterback. And that will either be Jalen Carter or Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah. So JB, I know we're like the audio and stuff like that's new today. Are we able to take phone calls today?
I'm sure we could. Yeah, definitely give it a try.
You just gotta yell, man. Oh, you gonna try?
Yeah.
Yes, because I see my guy Zyke on the Woodward Sports chat. I see Steve Wiles on Woodward Sports chat, and CB at 6 is a reach. Gonzalez not top 10. I need to hear why, because I doubt there's reasoning why.
There's no reason why, other than he's a cornerback.
Yeah,
that's the only reason you can get. He blew up the combine. Has impeccable film, great size, good in man and zone. Played in a pass-happy division. Like, it's not like this is a Big Ten guy who's like, oh, yeah, he saw, 2 teams that pass the ball. No. He plays in a division where teams throw the ball. And it's the second biggest, or arguably the biggest position of need on the Detroit Lions right now.
Yeah.
So, you can't tell me that, no, it's a reach.
Yeah.
At 18. God forbid all 3 of those guys go before 18.
Well, I mean, gonna be allowed to go before 18.
No, I mean all 3 of the cornerbacks.
Oh, yeah.
You cool with Kelly Ringo at 18? Are you cool with Emmanuel Forbes at 18, who was 150 pounds? No, I'm not. For me, at 6, obviously, you want to trade back. Unless Jalen Carter's there, you'd like to trade back to 8 or 9 or whatever.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Jalen Carter's gone. I'm taking Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, the only argument I'll accept for against the cornerback at 6 is the fact that there is the 3. But I think Christian Gonzalez did we wanted to happen during Combine Week. We wanted one of the top 3 to distance himself to become number 1, and it ends up, in our opinion at least, is Christian Gonzalez. Now there's still people in the Witherspoon camp. There's still some people in the Joey Porter camp. He looked pretty good and everything. I'm talking about Joey Porter.
Like a 4th. Cam Smith is probably the 4th.
Yeah, and that's what I say. That's the only argument I can accept for not taking a cornerback at 6 is the fact that I can't argue the fact that there's a couple of them in this draft class that seem to
the second crop.
Yeah,
where you're looking at Cam Smith, Emmanuel Forbes, Kelly Ringo. That second wave of cornerbacks.
Yes, and I'll admit too, I don't, at least in Combine, interviews, and this could be biased to me, but I don't see that the dog in Gonzalez as I do in Witherspoon. Part of that could maybe be because he's light skinned. I mean, I don't know. He has nose pierced too. I didn't see the dog in him, but the measurements are there.
Light skin on light skin crime.
Light skin on light skin crime. Hey, I keep it real always. But I have no issue with going quarterback at 6. But I think above all else, if Jalen Carter is there, number 6, that is the pick.
You run to draft Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
You run to draft Jalen Carter. He was the number 1 guy in this draft. He was the guy that, he's top 3 no matter what. And then this happens. And if he's there at 6, you run to get him. Again, one of the best players in the draft, a top 4 prospect in this draft, and arguably the biggest position of need on the Detroit Lions right now is interior defensive lineman. So,
yeah. I mean, almost like obviously there's more lack of talent at the cornerback position, but in terms of like true value, I almost say I mean, interior defensive lineman probably should be number 1. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at like long-term wise, maybe you discuss quarterback. And I think that's something we're going to get into because Anthony Richardson did have that day at the combine.
Yeah, he did. He had a day. He had himself time. We're definitely going to talk about that, but I don't see it happening personally. I've been talking defense the whole time, and I'm sticking to that. I think it's the most important thing on this Lions team is to get more playmakers in that defense. But more and more people are getting in the Anthony Richardson camp, and maybe that's good for the Lions when they're looking to trade back, or maybe he's going to be gone before the Lions even get a chance.
Or maybe they take him.
Maybe they take him. There's 3 options.
Yeah. I can see.
If he's there and Jalen Carter's there, well, that's not going to happen. If he's there and Jalen Carter isn't, do you take him? You'll find out after this break. Let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm, because Guardian Alarm offers customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. Call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's proven to work, and people have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800 Stay Out right now and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports. You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard.
Corner, jumper.
Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I am Spencer Agster. He is Speak Easy. We got Chris Platty in the TD booth and JP Smooth on the ones and twos. And, of course, remember, if you're listening, you can't watch on YouTube, make sure you check it out on any podcasting site, anywhere you get your podcasts. Apple Podcasts now, Spotify, and leave us that 5-star review. It really helps more than you'll know. So, we just got done talking about some things going on, possibly the Lions drafting Jalen Carter if he falls there at 6. Different guys that blew up the combine, including Christian Gonzalez. But one dude stood out more than anybody else. And that would be, hot button topic, Anthony Richardson, quarterback, Florida. I already talked about he set the broad jump record for any quarterback to ever do the draft or the combine. He set the high jump record for any quarterback to ever do the combine, and he's fast. He's real fast. He makes fast people look not fast. And he was dropping some 70-yard bombs.
Yeah.
So if Anthony Richardson
that shit was crazy, actually. I'm not going to lie. Those bombs,
they were pretty gnarly.
Like, God damn.
They were pretty gnarly. So I asked you before break, if Jalen Carter is off the board, the Lions are sitting there at 6, and Anthony Richardson's staring at you, do you pull the trigger? Brandon Miller.
That's fucked up. That's way too soon.
Sorry.
That's all right. I'm not the biggest Anthony Richardson fan. I want to be like clear about that too, because like I've seen people making their debates and cases for Anthony Richardson, and somehow on Twitter, and I love you guys too. Like I appreciate you for leaning on me when it comes to these types of arguments. But like people tagging me in the arguments for Anthony Richardson, I'm being up forth and honest with you guys. Like he scares the living hell out of me.
Yes.
Scares the dickens out of me.
Very scary pick.
Very scary pick. I know, and I'm watching the combine, they kind of broke down the passing percentage to 55%. And one of them was like I forget which game it was. And I don't even know who was speaking, actually. But he broke down like the passing attempts were missed. And like 2 of them were drops, 2 were bad throws, and 1 was a batted pass from the receiver, then intercepted at Florida. And I remember personally watching the Florida State game, and those receivers being garbage, and the refereeing being garbage. And I have belief in the philosophy that you should have a rookie quarterback or a quarterback on a rookie deal. I should specify that better.
We know. We know.
Yeah, that's my belief. So if they wanted to take Anthony Richardson, I'm going to be honest with you, I have no issue with it. Now you and a lot of the other people in the Woodward Sports chat and a lot of other people, because I see all sides, and you know this, you get annoyed by it sometimes because I don't slam my fist on the table and just want one guy in the draft. Yeah. I put my foot in the other shoe and I try to see the other side.
I get annoyed by it
every time.
You say 6 guys, and then when they draft one of them, you're like, I knew they were going to take him. I called it. I'm like,
no,
dude, you have like 8 guys that you said you wanted them to take.
I don't do that. But listen, I don't. I told you they drafted. I'm joking. We all thought they drafted Kayvon last year.
I thought Hutch was gone at 1. I was mailing it in that the Lions wouldn't even have a chance to get Aiden Hutch.
Even beyond that, though, we had like inside sources telling inside sources that Kayvon was
there. Well, because everybody thought Hutch was going to be gone at 1.
Yeah. Nonetheless, well, even then, Kayvon fell to what, 5?
Yeah. They would have taken Kayvon if Hutch wasn't there.
To your argument, to a lot of people in the Woodward Sports Chat argument, and I don't remember what comment I read recently, but they're like, we got to go defense in this first round. You need a starter day 1. No. Especially if you truly believe in Brad Holmes like you say you do. And I'm not personally attacking you, but I'm just like I'm making the case for a quarterback here, right?
Yes.
Not even Anthony Richardson per se. Like if CJ Stroud was there, that's who I'm 100% pulling my trigger on. But nonetheless, Kirby Joseph, stud for this defense for the future, right? Mm-hmm. 3rd round pick. James Houston, 5th round pick.
1 year left. 6th round, but yeah.
Malcolm Rodriguez, 6th round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Lee McNeil, 3rd round pick.
Yes.
All right. So let's all right. So that's just a Detroit Lions defense, and that's Brad Holmes drafting those guys, by the way.
Yes.
So that's who's drafting this year's class as well.
I think so. Yeah. I hope so.
Let's jump to like one of the better defenses in the league, the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
Who is your favorite player and their best defensive player?
He's not their best defensive player.
All right, second best defensive player.
Fred Warner.
3rd round pick.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they had that safety coming out of nowhere, Hufanga or whatever.
Yeah.
5th round pick,
was like flying around looking like a demon out there.
Yeah, like let's be real, and we have like it's not like I'm just pulling this out of my ass and saying, oh, it's possible, it's possible. No, you're seeing it point blank with Brad Holmes. He's done this for you back-to-back years now.
Yeah,
pulling out these late round gems. And no, you can't hold your. Maybe you don't want to bet on that 100%, but you're gonna get somebody.
Yeah, you can't like.
It happens all around the league every single year.
It does, but.
So that to say like defense,
easier to pick from a higher talent pool.
Unless it's a Jalen Carter, unless it's a Will Anderson, unless it's like
Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, maybe Christian Gonzalez too. Like unless it's like a fucking for sure stud, suck my dick. I don't have to go defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. And like.
So you're cool with Osiris Torrance at 18?
No. Nope. I mean 18, sure, whatever. Fuck, I'll concede that one, but. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't have to go defense. You can find defense in other parts of the draft.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I want them to go defense because I think that is where the most holes are on that team. And if you can get Jalen Carter and one of those top 3 cornerbacks at 18 or trade up to make sure you get one of those top 3 cornerbacks, I'm doing it. But if Jalen Carter's gone, I want Christian Gonzalez. I already said that. But Jalen Carter's gone, it's more likely that Anthony Richardson or Will Levis will be staring you in the face.
Yeah, and I got to admit, too, like, I'm not a Will Levis fan at all. But, again, I still believe in the philosophy, and I believe in the GM. So if that's the gentleman that Brad Holmes decides to go with, either him or Anthony Richardson, then I'm down for it.
And he's not going to, whoever it is, unless they have this crazy training camp and play amazing and Matt Flynn, Jared Goff, he's not going to start next season.
Correct.
Jared Goff is the starter next season.
Correct. That 110. That's the part that people need to remember too. Is like, that's the annoying argument they hate. The window's closing. The window's closing. The San Francisco 49ers have been in the NFC Championship 3 straight fucking years, and they traded up to draft the fucking quarterback.
Yep.
Because guess what? You can find them in pieces throughout the rest of your draft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and by the way, Brad Holmes has 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks.
Yeah.
He's probably going to do some other canoodling. I love using that word. Canoodling, whatever fucking maneuvering to get some extra picks. Either get for this class or next year.
Yeah.
And then you have possibly free agency too. And now he's been open about like him not spending like that much money. But people need to be realistic about the situation. And unless it's a stud, I'm cool with passing up on it.
Yeah.
I really am. I'm not tripping at all. You literally, like, the best fucking defense in the league right now. Bosa first round pick, sure.
Yes.
We have that in Nathan. Same position, same color. Yeah.
Both real hustle guys.
No, the same same quality of prospect though.
Yes.
You know, Aiden
Yes.
is expected by some to be, you know, a Bosa level or caliber player. But Fred Warner, 3rd round pick, Hufanga, 5th round pick, whoever else you want to pick out on that defense. And then looking back at the Detroit Lions defense too, like you say defensive philosophy, and you know it's a need, but it doesn't need to be addressed in the first round always.
Yeah. The 2 second-round picks definitely make it like, all right, they don't have to go defense.
Yeah.
Since you got 2 second-round picks, and there's going to be a good talent pool to choose from in that second round for sure. But I'm just saying, man, if Jalen Carter's there, I'm taking him no matter what.
Yeah, no, that's the guy. Yeah.
And if Anthony Richardson's there and you're picking 6, I'm trading back.
That's the other part too, though. You do like look at the things that Brad Holmes has said in the past, and like he's said point blank, no, I don't believe these teams are a player away.
Yeah.
So like, and then you hear the things about them talking about a quarterback, and Dan Campbell talking about, you know, Jared Goff's not going to be here for 10 years, and maybe they are thinking like the future. And to be real with you, like if they did make an investment in a quarterback, whether it be, I mean, any of them, I don't care, Will Levis or Anthony Richardson, like. That is a course of winning, and having that guy in that rookie deal, you can then afford a free agency market, studs, and you don't necessarily have to acquire them through free agency either. Like, you could trade for these guys too. That's the camp that Brad Holmes is coming from.
Yeah,
that's how the Rams got Jalen Ramsey, was acquired him via trade.
For sure, Brad Holmes
fuck them picks
is a part of a team, or he was a part of an organization that liked trading for veteran cornerbacks. You saw them do it with Hakeem Talib. You saw them do it with Marcus Peters.
Mm-hmm.
You saw them do it with Jalen Ramsey.
There was an argument being made, again, on my way in, and they were saying, like, dismissing, like, because people were talking about, oh, it could be Lamar, it could be Josh Allen, and then the host was like, what the fuck have Lamar or Josh Allen been? And then somehow proceeded to make the argument that the Detroit Lions could do what the Vikings are doing with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, what are the Vikings doing?
Yeah, what the fuck is Kirk Cousins done with the Vikings?
Yeah, choked.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, in today's league, it's just not worth paying those type of quarterbacks that much money.
Mm-hmm.
And so like if they want to draft a quarterback as early as 6, like
again, if he's not Patrick Mahomes, I'm not paying him $40+ million.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Daniel Jones is asking for right now.
Derek Carr just got 38.
And he got cut.
Or what was that?
37, $100 million in guarantees.
Yeah.
And I want to specify that in guarantees, not guaranteed. That means, you know, probably whatever performance bonus or roster, you know, all that good shit.
Signing bonuses, different things like that.
But that's the reality of the situation. I mean, again, and I make this argument every fucking day. It feels like, I don't know why. Maybe I don't have to. Yeah, I mean, you're well aware of it at this point. But I mean, look at the playoffs for this past year.
Yeah,
including guys in the 5th-year option tied into extensions, like
and
rookie deal.
Dr. Detroit in the Woodward Sports Chat says Goff is the quarterback for the next decade. So you're cool with paying him $40 million a year?
No, he's not.
You're on board with paying Jared Goff $40 million a year?
Yeah.
Because if you want him after this deal ends up, it's not going to be cheaper than $37 million a year. I guarantee that.
Yeah, and to the arguments too for like the, fuck man, I don't want it to turn to like a golf bash this early. It's not a golf bash. So I'm just giving you guys like the reality situation. And we had the Dan Campbell clip from last week. The fucking head coach of the team, Jared Goff, bought us time. Ben Johnson helped turn around this offense. Like these are realities of the situation. Like Ben Johnson's very much part of this recipe. You saw this very same team with Jared Goff at the helm look like absolute garbage juice. And then you factor in, Jared Goff in the Super Bowl. Yeah, off the worst play call or penalty miss and possibly the history of the NFL.
Yeah.
On top of the fact that, what kind of deal was he on, guys? Oh, his rookie deal?
Rookie deal, yeah.
Oh. Like, be real.
Junior battle. I'm guessing he says, I don't believe Jared Goff gets $40 million. Derek Carr just got 37.
Yeah. What?
Derek Carr just got $38 million.
After getting cut. Like, this is going to be
Daniel
Jared Goff.
Jones is asking for 35 plus.
Come on, guys.
It's what happens, man. If he goes out there and puts out another great season like he did this year, because he had a great season this year, if he goes out there and does that, he's not going to take a pay cut, man. It's not going to happen. I know, hometown discount. He'll stay in Detroit because Dan Campbell believes in him and we'll only have to pay him $25 million a year. I wish I was as drunk as you were right now. It's just not how the world works, man. If you're sitting there, I'm sitting here, I'm Spencer. Woodward Sports says, hey, we'll pay you this much. We love you. You started here, you did all this. And then ESPN says, I'll pay you $2 million a year. I'm going to ESPN. It's how business works. It's about money. They're not in this for fun. They're not in this for relationships. It is a business. They are in it for money. And the quarterback position demands the most money, and it's only going to keep going up. So,
shout out to Ryan Woodward Sports Chat. Says Dylan Larkin took the discount. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Dylan Larkin wanted 9, and Stevie wanted 8.5. They met in the middle at 8.7.
Yeah.
That's literally in the middle of that.
And it's completely different with hockey.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Well, let me tell you guys about Big Boy, and we'll get right back into this. Because Seafood Fest is back at Big Boy. Catch it while you can. Some favorites during Lent, like the shrimp Alfredo, shrimp stir fry, and new fish sandwich. Go to your local Big Boy today, and don't forget the all-you-can-eat fish fry buffet on Friday nights. Make sure you stop into Big Boy and satisfy those taste buds.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms with trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals where they beat all competitors by $5. $5, y'all. You know you can do a lot with $5. Don't forget to pick up that Australian Gold Designer Skin Caltan or Swedish Beauty Lotions. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. The hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. Once again, y'all, it's Chili Peppers Tanning.
Chili Peppers Tan. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. And anywhere you find podcasts, make sure you go check it out. Leave us a 5-star review, Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere you find a podcast. Look up the Woodward Heavyweights and go give every single one of them a 5-star review, or I'm going to find you
He'll do absolutely nothing.
I'm going to paint your house. JB, you said we got a caller on line one, and it's our favorite caller, the man, the myth, the legend, Ryan from In a Car. Why don't you put him through? Ryan, how you doing today, man?
Oh, man, I'm good.
So how you feeling
Shoot,
about this
it's kind of
talk?
hard to be bad.
What up, though, Ryan?
Oh, not much. So I keep hearing everybody constantly talking QB. All right. Here's my philosophy. I've looked at the last couple years of drafts, things that Brad Holmes has said, things that Dan Campbell said. These guys are masters at manipulation, all right? I'm going to tell you right now, their comments about J-Mo the other day, I'm going to tell you right now, I think they're just trying to make everybody else think that we're not quite happy with J-Mo and we might draft a receiver. We might, but I don't think it'll be the first or second round. Maybe, but unlikely, I think. So I think that they're just trying to manipulate things. Now, as far as QB, there's one of two ways that I predict, and this is my personal prediction, that I think that they're going to go. They're either going to trade up in the draft, and they're going to grab either Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud, because I personally don't think there's anybody else that's really starter-type caliber, at least not with a couple of years' worth of development. Or what I think they're going to do, I think they're just playing it off, making their draft picks more valuable this year, try and gain some ground next year for the draft, and then next year they're going to look at Jared Goff's contract, and they're either going to, I think next year's their year that they're going to draft the next franchise QB. Because what they got in Jared Goff, he balls out again one more year. He's got 1 year left on his contract. Hello, let's just trade Jared Goff and a second or third round pick, and we get another first round pick for that. Then we can use both those first round picks, trade up to the top 5, and draft our QB next year. So there's a lot of things that a lot of people just aren't really thinking about. There's the business side of it is what I'm kind of getting at. I've seen a lot of the moves that the Rams have made in the last 10 years or so, and that's just my prediction. I think next year is when we're going to actually see a real QB drafted by the Lions. Now, I think that they are going to draft a QB in the later rounds this year, somebody for a backup, developmental, and they might be happy with him. Who knows? But that's my prediction. Yeah. I think Holmes is wait till next year.
For sure. We appreciate you calling in, Ryan. Always appreciate you. Stay safe out there,
Appreciate
man.
you, Ryan.
Ryan in the car, the man
Yeah,
with the
for
legend.
sure.
Ryan, what kind of car you got?
Love you guys. Oh, man, I'm driving a Dodge Ram up.
Ryan,
I live in northern Michigan. So
Okay.
Appreciate you, man.
I'm driving through snow.
Well, stay safe, man. We appreciate you calling in, as always. That was our guy,
For
Ryan
sure.
in the car. He told us his thoughts about next year being the year where they go after a quarterback, and that could very likely be so. But if you want to go after one of those top-flight quarterbacks next year, you're going to have to give up some serious draft capital to do it.
Yes.
Because they're not going to – we expect the Detroit Lions to be a serious contender next season. I expect the Detroit Lions to win the NFC North next season. I expect them to be in the playoffs, have a home playoff game, and win a playoff game next season. If that all happens, if that all comes to be, you're looking at what? A pick in the 18 to 22 range? You're not going to get a top-flight quarterback there, so you're going to have to trade up if you want to do that. So if that's what you're willing to do, I'm here for it, but I don't know.
If there were a Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap card in my argument, because
Yes.
I just believe in the philosophy.
Magic
like,
Cylinder or Mirror Force.
Trap hole.
Yeah.
Trap hole
Whatever.
sucks.
It does.
What?
But it works.
Trap hole sucks.
Trap hole sucks.
But it works.
Trap hole. That's what I called my ex-girlfriend. Anyway.
Called mine Magical Cylinder.
No, but if there were like a argument for
I call mine mirror.
for the Gobblers, the people who just don't like this QB class to present to me, that I would have to accept, because I firmly believe in this philosophy. Even if they drafted Will Levis or Anthony Richardson and didn't work out to like to be the Josh Allens they're being compared to.
Mm-hmm.
The rookie deal is like what gets you there, and there are guys who've been drafted later that have worked out. You get Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, hell, even Aaron Rodgers, what, 30, 32 or something like that?
I don't think he was that late.
Nonetheless, though, like there's still guys that you can get in the later back half of the draft.
Yeah.
So like to Ryan's point, like if next year is the year they decide to get the quarterback, sure. I think the only argument I'd make for this year is like if you
got 2.
Yeah.
You got 2.
And if you have better odds of like finding a better guy, obviously, if you get your pick of the litter with an earlier pick. You know what I'm saying? But there is the argument to be made though that you can find your quarterback in the back half of the draft. And back to like the philosophy of just drafting the quarterback in general, you look at I can't think of his name off the top of my head, and I apologize for that. If you could look it up, but the general manager or president of the Philadelphia Eagles, and how he was praised and making the second Super Bowl within like 5 years with like 2 completely different regimes in terms of like quarterback, head coach. That's
Howie Roseman,
thank you. It's because he believed in that philosophy. He had a Carson Wentz, drafted a Jalen Hurts. When he had the Jalen Hurts in a rookie deal, he shot him on. That's a perfect example, right? Jalen Hurts wasn't like he was a second-round pick.
Yes.
Our guy Adam, in the Morning Woodward show from 8 to 10, said that he was a running back, would be out of the league by the end of this year. MVP candidate, because they had enough money to surround him with unbelievable amounts of talent. And by the way, this team already has unbelievable amounts of talent drafted. You have a great offensive line, similar to the Philadelphia Eagles. You have 2 good receivers, similar to the Philadelphia Eagles. You may say Jameson Williams has yet to prove that yet, but I have faith that he will.
I have faith in him
I think you saw some shiny moments there, last year. And on top of that, if I'm making the case for Anthony Richardson specifically, if you go back to the combine and you watch those 60-yard bombs, 70-yard bombs,
it's pretty nasty.
I'm just thinking Jameson Williams in those situations. It does get me excited. But again, I also am scared as shit by Anthony Richardson, because I also see those little flats that the first 2 throws, and shout out to my guy Stick who made the post on Twitter. He's like, oh, look at these throws. Like those are catchable balls all day. But that third one was definitely ugly. But then you also go to the Pro Bowl, where Jared Goff had to hit the freaking moving thing in the throwing competition, and he couldn't get it 5 times straight.
Yeah.
In a similar passing situation.
And you don't
even have to have that thing catch. You have to throw and hit it.
He's got a year to develop.
Thank you.
He's got time to work on the things that aren't great about his game.
Yes.
If the Lions end up drafting him.
And that's the other part of it too, right? Is like if you do want to get, because Stevie Y said it in his press conference after like last week, and the trade bonanza that he went on is like, I can't let a guy hit free agency. If I can't re-sign a guy, he's gonna hit free agency. I'd rather get something back for him.
1,000%.
It just doesn't make sense not to.
100%.
So in a Jared Goff situation where you don't want to pay him that $40+ million, if you have a guy locked and loaded and sat behind him that first year, next year I'm saying, and then Jared Goff has his final year, it sounds gross and it sounds unloyal, but it is a business at the end of the day.
Yes.
Like Ryan said, like you said, then Jared Goff is a trade asset for you.
If you're not going to re-sign him, yes.
You know? And if he plays just as well as he did last year, which I'm hoping, I don't know if I could truly say I expect that out of him, but I'm hoping he can, then that's a pretty good, you're getting back some trade assets.
Yes.
Something decent.
Something decent, definitely, and there's a lot of speculation. Obviously, we don't know what the Lions are going to do just yet. I expect them to go defense. I don't expect them to get a quarterback, but they're going to be right there. They're going to be the heat and everything, and you need to believe in what these guys are saying, and the talks about, obviously it could be a smokescreen of what Dan Campbell and what Brad Holmes have been saying over the past week, but when you're there, when you're just outside the top 5, there's going to be opportunities for you to get a guy like that. And again, with me, if it's not Jalen Carter at 6, you trade back. If Anthony Richardson is there staring you in the face at 6, I would trade back, because one of those teams is going to want him, and you're going to get some nice shiny pieces in return for it.
There's one guy who would draft over Jalen Carter at the offensive side of the ball, C.J. Stroud.
So if they're both there, you take C.J. Stroud?
I take C.J. Stroud. I think he is the safest bet in this QB class. And I know our audience is made up of Michigan fans, and they hate to hear that, but he's the best thrower of the football in this class. I think that you look at Bryce Young, he has more all-around attributes in terms of like being able to, if shit breaks down, shit hits the fan, he turns it into shit-a-made. I was trying to say lemonade, shit combined. It's
lemon
a hard
shit.
word. Lemon shit. He has the ability to do all that type of stuff like that, but like the best thrower of the football is C.J. Stroud.
He looked pretty good when he was throwing the ball. And Fixed Story Entertainment says no teams will give Jared Goff a long-term contract with a big bag. The Lions are in a great position. Be patient, not just go find the first shiny toy. See, I don't agree with that, first of all, because we see who's getting paid. We see who's getting bags. Is Derek Carr an astronomically better quarterback than Jared Goff? No. I would say they're pretty damn close to being the same quarterback. And Derek Carr just got $37.5 million. So teams will pay for Jared Goff. And your patience is good. It's good to have patience. It's good to have an option. But it's coming up to the end here pretty soon. And this is the point where you have the most ability to make something happen. Mm-hmm. Because of those 2 first-round picks, because of those 2 second-round picks. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't think they're going to go quarterback, but I would not be surprised in the slightest if they do.
And dare I make, before we go to break, just real quick, dare I make the argument that, like, Jalen Hurts was never seen as the most skilled guy, but they utilized his athletic abilities, and they allowed that to carry them throughout the season up until he hurt his shoulder. Anthony Richardson, 6'4", 244 pounds. If I'm not mistaken, ran a faster 40 than Jalen Hurts. He's a better caliber athlete. Like, if Jalen Hurts is running that similar situation, Detroit Lions could do so with a guy who's arguably better in that facet. Not the passing game we're yet to see.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you guys about SMA, or the Sports Marketing Agency, because the Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Sports Network. Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com, and make sure you go and check out all of the different streaming platforms for podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you find them, and leave us a 5-star review. Do it. Do it. Do it. For the man to my left, Speak Easy. I'm Spencer Axter. We got Chris Platty in the TD booth and JB Smooth on the ones and twos. We just got done having a pretty good conversation about what we think the Lions are going to do with their first couple picks. Now, Easy.
Yeah.
You put this in the prep. This is something I was very surprised to hear coming from you, as you've been very opposed to this in the past.
Hold on real quick. Shout out to the Woodward Sports chat that'd rather hit the like button and a little twerk and pay Jared Goff $40 million a year.
Facts. 18%. Big facts. So, you put this in the prep. This is not something I expected to hear from you.
Yeah.
You said, is it time to talk about tight end? The Lions interviewed Sam Laporta, and Darnell Washington looked like an absolute freak, which he did. Oh, he was making one-handed catches. He's 6'8". He is a monster out there, very fast. His shuttle cone drill was insane. What, you want a tight end now? Is that what you're saying? You want them to draft a tight end? Is that what you're saying? Easy? Speak Easy Sports wants the Detroit Lions to draft a tight end at 18. It's easy, baby. You heard it here first.
You just hang around Neil way too much, man. I got to get you out that booth, man.
So you like the Kyler Murray deal.
Yeah. So you like the Russell Wilson contract. No, Neil. But you do. kidding.
So you want a tight end at 18?
Yeah, exactly.
But you do. You just said. Where would you be comfortable with them taking a tight end?
It's not that I want a tight end. It's just that I think the Detroit Lions fans should allow themselves to get comfortable with the idea. I think the fact they interviewed Sam Laporte, which is not, I don't think he's expected to be like a top 4, a day 2 or day 1 pick, but
definitely not.
I think they should familiarize themselves with the idea. And if I'm being honest with you, if it's later, then I have less of an issue with it than if it's earlier. And if one of those guys happens to be Darnell Washington, I mean, dog, I ain't tripping over that one at all. I mean,
second round?
Slowly.
That's where he's going to go. Darnell Washington's going to be a first or second round guy. Probably not first, but definitely not making it to the third round. He's a freak.
It's just, here's the thing. It's number one.
No. I don't care if he's 6'10" and runs a 4.2. No.
I mean, that'd be.
I'm not drafting a tight end.
I mean, if he was 6'10" and he ran a 4.2, I mean, I'm drafting
James. I'm not drafting a tight end until at least the 4th round. Not even then. Well, I'm good with the tight ends we have. Why? We've talked about it multiple times that they were fine. Shane Zylstra, Brock Wright, James Mitchell, they're fine. Let them cook. We just traded the former first-round tight end we just drafted, and the tight end room got better. I don't get this. Why? Why is this a thing? No tight ends. No. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Arrivederci.
You like Darnell Washington?
Yeah, but I'm not drafting him. If I'm the Lions, no.
What if they're moving to the 3rd?
No.
Him?
No.
He's like an extra lineman as well. I'm just saying. I don't want one. I just think Detroit Lions fans should familiarize themselves with the idea of it. Who's Sam Laporte? Are you familiar with this cat?
That's the Iowa guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
No. Don't care.
That's tight in you.
No.
Don't care.
Still don't care.
Don't care. It's tight in you.
Yeah, it is. But we don't need a tight end. No.
Yeah, I'm with you. They interviewed him, though.
God, I'm going to poop my pants.
What?
Just clenching so angrily.
Hey, yo.
Don't want a tight end. No.
What if one of these tight ends was one of Dan Campbell's 4 it factor people?
I don't care.
Don't care.
Still don't care. Dominic DeCoco. You're right, Nick Holland. Dominic DeCoco is the only tight end I would draft in this draft. But
Woosah.
No, don't need a tight end.
I got some quarterback breaking news if you guys want it.
Let's hear it.
Geno Smith is now signing a 3-year, $105 million contract extension.
With the Seahawks?
With the Seahawks.
3-year, $105 million.
Jared Goff. He's signing for.
So how many is that?
3-year, $100 million.
Yeah, what's the average on that?
That'd be 30 plus.
105.
3 years, 105.
All right.
That'd be 30
105
plus.
divided by
32 and a half.
Yeah.
35.
35.
Yeah.
Oof.
$35 million a year for Geno Smith.
Sheesh.
Price of a brick going up.
Y'all think Jared Goff. I think y'all better warm up to the idea of that quarterback, too. I think the Lions are doing it. It may not be first round.
They're definitely drafting a quarterback in this draft.
At some point.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be early.
I'd bet my life.
But, man, Geno Smith getting 35. Derek Carr getting 37 and a half. Fucking stupid face Daniel Jones asking. Chris Platty, Daniel Jones asking for 37 million.
Hey.
I'm sorry. That was mean.
That was mean.
You kind of look like Daniel Jones. But
not really.
I just
Because of what?
yeah, because you what? It's I would do it. I'm going to say it right now. I would do it. I don't want to.
Do what?
Take a quarterback at 6.
Yeah.
You see this money getting thrown around for quarterbacks that all of you think are worse than Jared Goff. And as of right now, with 96 votes, 16% of you say sign Jared Goff to 40+ million, which 16% of you need to be drug tested and put in homes. Like, you need fuzzy socks and bedpans if you're in that 16%, because that is ridiculous. But Good Lord, man. Geno Smith, $35 million.
What up, though, Chris?
So my question is, when it comes to, I think we all believe that there's a quarterback that will be drafted by the Detroit Lions at some point in this draft. Where in the draft does that selection tell you that this is somebody that's probably just a backup and not somebody they're planning to develop? I mean, obviously, wherever they take, they'd like to develop them and see where they go. But if they draft a quarterback in the 4th round, does that tell you then, okay, this is just to secure the backup quarterback position, or
I think
in the draft?
Any organization's goal, because it's just an ideal. Exactly. Yeah. Right. Like you're drafting a guy to become a starter. So at any point, that's what they want, obviously. But if I feel like any round is like them conceding to Jared Goff being the guy for the future, probably 5th and beyond.
Yes.
Yeah. But you still have next year's class, too.
Still have next year's class.
So, I'm not even cementing that. Because here's the thing, too, is like, I feel like based off this year's performance, if he was truly the guy, and granted he has a relationship with Brad Holmes as well, like, they would have been discussing this. Instead, Brad Holmes has been, like, transparent about having transparent conversations with Jared Goff about drafting a quarterback as early as last year after the draft. So you can't say it was a smokescreen last year because that conversation happened after the draft. Jared Goff, on this very show, we brought the clip to where Rich Eisen asked him, is he going to be there for years to come? And Jared Goff kind of laughed it off. He's like, I don't know. Yeah, I hope so. I like it here, but it's a business. And he's been hit by the business before. Yeah. And to sit here and pretend like, oh, Detroit's doomed without Jared Goff, when Jared Goff, the team literally just moved on from Jared Goff and won a fucking Super Bowl.
This is...
Like, he's not a must. It is stressy.
This is stressing me out.
Stressy. I didn't mean for that to come out.
Seeing Geno Smith get paid $35 million a year.
It is.
Seeing Derek Carr getting $37.5. Knowing Daniel Jones wants $35 plus. What do you realistically think Jared Goff is going to ask for if he has another Pro Bowl season?
That. And by the way, can we start adding alternate to the end of that? Alternate. Please.
He deserved to be a Pro Bowl selection.
Still an alternate.
Okay. If Jared Goff comes off another top 3 NFC quarterback year, what is he going to ask for?
What Derek Carr got at the minimum. At the minimum.
I'm not doing it.
I know.
Doing it.
You got people talking about
Zake, but Goff will take a discount element. Exactly.
Yeah. This is it is stressful. And it's crazy too because like typically we've had these conversations in the past in this very show. As early as like in season, talking about Hendon Hooker.
At us.
Yeah, and people were clowning us about the Hendon Hooker stuff like that. And we're looking at 67% voting draft the QB to develop.
Yes.
Now, granted, that doesn't necessarily mean the first round, right? Because the Hendon Hooker situation could be 2nd or 3rd. And or for wherever. A lot of people like Clayton Tune.
I like Clayton Tune.
You Stick love the guy from UCLA.
DTR. I don't really love him that much.
But he looked awful.
Yeah. I like Clayton Tune.
Yeah.
Tanner McKee could be a good option in the 2nd round, possibly.
This draft is going to be very, very interesting, and I respect this regime for at least being open and transparent with Jared Goff to where like he can't let. If they do, in the 1st round specifically, go quarterback, he can't let this cripple him like the trade did that first half of the year.
David Gerald says, I don't understand the Goff hate.
It's not
Where
hate.
has there been Goff hate? Because I say I don't want to pay him $40 million a year. That's hate. I don't want to pay anybody $40 million a year unless their name is Patrick Mahomes.
He's getting paid $50.
And he's getting paid $50. It's not just Jared Goff. It's literally anybody that's not Patrick Mahomes I'm not giving that much money to.
Joe, 2 times more sports chat. Goff is getting closer to 50 than 40.
Yes.
Hopefully not from Detroit. What up, though, Chris? We got to go to break. What up?
Yeah. Just quickly, like, to play the devil's advocate, to buy into the people that are saying that Jared Goff will take a discount, which none of us believe.
Not a fucking chance.
But
what would be the price tag of that? Because wouldn't it still be like...
Yeah, a discount for Jared Goff would still be $35 million a year.
Well, here's the thing. If I'm being real.
My point is, how much does that help the Lions actually if he re-signs for 35? It doesn't, because at the end of the day, you're getting an extra, 18 million off of that if you just draft a rookie quarterback. So, like, the devil's advocate of him signing for a discount, a realistic discount, isn't really saving the team that much money in cap space, right? It's actually costing them when you compare it to the alternative, which is a rookie quarterback.
1,010%.
And Apollo. So we want a bum rookie over Jared Goff. So you don't have any faith in Brad Holmes. You think he's going to draft a bum?
Well, no, beyond that.
Makes sense.
He sits for a year.
Yeah, Jared Goff's going to be the starter regardless.
That's what I don't get is like you get his dick next year. Not Apollo. I apologize. Apollo, you rocking me to the basement. But to the Gobblers, you still get that fresh dose of cock 2023 season. So relax. You're still getting your Gawk on for 2023. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's not a rookie.
Cherish it.
They're going to sit a year, come out,
and
then
it pisses
possibly
me
start.
off that everybody's like, oh, they're just going to draft this guy and he's going to be terrible. So you don't have faith in Brad Holmes.
Yeah.
You don't think that Brad Holmes knows how to identify and draft good talent.
To be fair, he was part of drafting Goff. So.
And took him to a Super Bowl on his rookie contract.
And I think him being part of that is this draft is very interesting. Can't wait.
Zay quote.
Tell us about this
Quotes,
rebuild.
Goff is our starter. Yeah, because there's nobody else on the roster.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness, because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. You can get a full-body workout in just 30 minutes in a 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month, or you can upgrade to the Black Card for use of amenities such as unlimited tanning, hydro massage chairs, total body enhancement, along with access to over 2,000 gyms worldwide. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
You're about to be shell-shocked. The catch of the day is in. Big Boy Seafood Fest is officially back. Join us for some of your favorites like our popcorn shrimp and pike perch platters and our classic fish and chips. This year, we've reeled in some fresh catches like our shrimp Alfredo, shrimp stir fry, and our fish sandwich. And especially, don't forget about our all-you-can-eat Friday night fish fry buffet. Every day is a fish fry at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the three biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com and streaming on any podcast platform you can find. Make sure you go check us out, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever it is you get your podcasts, and leave a 5-star review. I am Spencer Exter. He is Speak Easy. We got Chris Platty in the TD booth and JB Smooth on the ones and twos. We just got a bomb dropped on us. Geno Smith signed a $35 million a year contract with the Seahawks. I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but you can't do that. It was 3 years with Geno Smith.
Is that what? Did it say guaranteed or any guarantees in that one, JB?
No, nothing yet, but I can look it up a little bit more. But
Okay.
my question, do you think the Seahawks are now going to draft a QB or with this rookie draft?
They should.
They should.
Definitely should. They're another team, if they perform it like to the caliber they did last year, they may not be like they're only there this year because of the trade they made with the Saints, I think. Oh no, I'm sorry, with the Broncos. Like that's the only reason why they're sitting there at the top 10 now. So they're in a similar situation to where like if you want your pick, like your guy, you want to pick first, then maybe you draft that guy now.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't mean again to the Nick Collins of the world in the Woodward Sports chat, like that doesn't mean you can't get a guy late because there are Deshaun Watsons.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Patrick Mahomes was a 10th overall pick that the Chiefs traded up for. Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers. Like, you can get guys in the back half of the draft. So, like, there is that argument to be made. But if you want your GM, the guy that you trust, Brad Holmes, to have first dibs, I think you want him to make that pick this year. But Anthony Richardson scares the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of Will Levis. I think a lot of people forget how old Will Levis is on top of him being Will Levis. I think he's
Scared
24.
of milk?
Scared of milk? We forgot to talk about that in the intro?
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about that?
Kinda.
I don't even know what that is.
Maybe we save it for later. Listen.
A deathly fear of milk.
Deathly.
He's been told.
Definitely not a Dan Campbell guy.
He screams in terror at even the sight of milk.
No, that cannot be
Left
true.
alone the taste. It impedes his daily tasks, sources said. I'm worried how he'll fit in an NFL program.
There is no
Chris.
way that's true.
Chris, you have that link
yes.
in Slack. Click on the profile and screenshot the profile. This happened Saturday night while we were watching the fights. Mike and Gentry and I.
There is no way that's true.
He had the same exact reaction as me. Then we passed the phone to Jeff. Jeff had the same reaction too. Because when you see shit like that, you automatically like,
it's cap.
You're like bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit. Yeah, click on the profile.
Yeah.
Actually, just read the profile bio, Chris.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up here. I'm in Slack.
He's like, gotcha, bitch, or something like that.
No, it's a guy. It's a legit guy.
No way.
But this is also the only source.
Deathly fear of milk.
I mean, I'm sure it's cat.
Yeah, like
but
what?
This is a legit account, so it definitely got me.
I feel like Dan Campbell drinks milk every day. He seems like a milk guy.
He does seem like a milk guy.
I like milk.
I concur. He does seem like the
So
type.
this guy,
Read
this guy is lead NFL draft analyst, Bears writer, and he has his business inquiries and all of that.
Maybe he's just doing a heavyweights, running a smear campaign.
Oh my God! I want to screenshot his actual profile picture because his profile picture is kind of doofy.
There's no way that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, do it if you want.
All right.
Well, we know that whoever he gets drafted by, if he's the starter, Lions fans bring milk to the game.
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. It explains the mayo and the coffee, though, does it not? A little bit?
Yes.
Nothing explains that.
Well,
a little bit, though.
Oh, so good points, Vinny.
Yeah.
Nothing qualifies that one.
But, like, that's what makes it believable.
Milk is... I understand people, like, not liking milk. Milk. Or being lactose intolerant so you don't drink milk, but I like milk. I just had a bowl of cereal before I left today. And I drank the milk. So, Will Levis, look out. I'll eat your children.
So, I got a question to ask you. And the Woodward Sports Chat, because since we're speaking of Will Levis. We've had this conversation when it comes to Anthony Richardson, and we've at least I have gathered my thoughts around him being the Jalen Hurts type. What if it's Will Levis? Because that seems to be the guy that everyone's like, nah. But given like the other option, $40 million,
I'm trading back.
and you're just going next year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking Christian Gonzalez. Or I'll take Tanner McKee in the second round.
JB?
I'm not taking Will Levis. I don't care. I don't trust the dude that puts mayo in his coffee. That's weird, man.
There's no way that's a real tweet, though. Like,
It's a real tweet.
It's a real tweet.
It's a real tweet.
Deathly afraid. It hinders him from doing his daily tasks.
It was in quotes.
Maybe
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
It was in quotes too. Yeah, that's true.
Nobody's that big of a bitch. Like, it's milk, dude.
He's also the guy. If it is true, how fucking funny? Because he's also at the combine talking about, I just want to show off my cannon. He's fucking scared of milk.
Yeah.
He's like I don't know, one of the Scary Movie parody like douchebag guys. Just want to show off my cannon. It's milk.
Milk. It feels like that.
It's milk.
That Jerry
What
Springer.
if that's how he says it too?
Milk.
I'm scared of milk.
My pillow. My pillow.
My pillow. What up, though, Chris?
Oh, I was just gonna ask the question of like, so it seems like obviously there's much more interest around the league in Anthony Richardson than in Will Levis, and if Will Levis is the guy at 6 and not Anthony Richardson, how much does that like affect the trade package when trading back? Because I feel like you're getting a much more return for an AR-15. Like whoever's going for him is all in on him.
I think you'll
feel
get the same return for either of them.
You think you would?
Yeah.
Just because it's just the pick and it's all kind of just numbers.
No, I think you get more if it's AR for sure.
I think it'll be the same.
But I don't think he's. I'll tell you what. Because we know guys now. After the quarterback combine on Saturday, I got a few texts. He's not making it to 6. I'm talking about AR.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I could see. You know. I mean, who? Because even if it's not somebody that's already in front of the Detroit Lions, it could be somebody that's going to move up.
Yeah.
The Raiders. Maybe even, like, I think you brought it up, was the Titans.
Titans, yeah.
Who cut Bud Dupree?
And they're trying to trade Derrick Henry.
Lions need a linebacker.
No, they don't. They're signing Tremaine Edmonds.
Get out of here, bro. That's the other part, too. I was on the way in, again, the people poo-pooing the cornerback pick were like, you can sign one in free agency. Which, normally, okay, sure. Who the fuck's available at cornerback in free agency?
That guy from Tampa, I forget his name.
Isn't Patrick Pearson also?
He's fucking 50.
Yeah,
he's old.
I'm good on geriatrics.
Damn.
What's the guy's name from Tampa?
It's like a derogatory term.
Geriatrics?
Yeah.
It is a derogatory term, you old fucks. God. I don't want you on my team.
Geriatrics are back at it.
Goddamn geriatrics up to no
They're
good.
ruining the neighborhood.
Always up to no good. Putting in their wheelchair ramps. Opening up golden corrals. Goddamn geriatrics. Mortgage value's going down.
Kane wants the number to call in.
Devin White.
I got you.
White?
Devin White, is that it?
No, he's a cornerback.
Quarterback.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Levante David?
No, he's a cornerback.
Kane, I gotta get your number. Starts with a 3-on-3. I know that much.
Jamal Dean.
Who?
Jamal Dean he's a free agent from Tampa.
You're a fan of him?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I'm not familiar with his game.
James Bradbury, Jamal Dean, Cam Sutton is what Dave Swaniger says.
So, and that's the thing too. So, because I get you. Actually, you know what?
What about Atlanta moving up? Says Jeb Large.
Yeah, that's a thing too. But I was gonna say I was about the bitch. Like, there's no way the Detroit Lions afford James Bradbury because you got to factor in Anzalone, Jamal Williams, Kaminsky. You know what I'm saying? But the Saints just signed Derek Carr to that deal.
There is no
and
such thing as
57
salary cap.
Yeah, what the what?
Salary cap does not exist.
Unless year one is worth
$2.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
They probably gave him a $20 million signing bonus or something.
Because it's not even like they there was people contracts renegotiated or anybody cut beforehand. They're just inked. So fuck it. The Detroit Lions should go sign James Bradbury. And whoever the hell else. I threw the number in the Woodward Sports chat to my guy Kane. 313-552-6322. That's for anybody else that wants to call in as well.
Yeah.
Dinner at 4 at Golden Corral. Meet us down there.
Goddamn geriatrics. Early bird special at Golden Corral.
Goddamn geriatrics.
Tell us about Alta.
I'll tell you about Alta because the Detroit Lions want to boost their rebuild. They got to be concerned about the
uptime.
And Alta Equipment, uptime matters. Alta Equipment's got everything you need to get the job done. Got something to do in your backyard? Got to rebuild a franchise? Alta Rents got you covered. Make sure you give them a call today at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Get you a Jared Goff and buy you some time a la Dan Campbell. We'll be right back.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you hit the like button, and make sure you give us 5-star reviews on every podcast platform imaginable.
Do you watch the Milk Boys?
No, I hate those guys.
Man.
They're douchebags.
Are they?
Yes.
I respect them. Anyway.
You watch them all the time.
I watched a lot of them in quarantine, actually. I'm not going to lie.
Douchers. But we just got done talking about some crazy contracts. Apparently, Geno Smith is getting $52 million his first year of that contract. That's wild. Is that not wild? Could you imagine signing a $52 million contract?
It's kind of smart to front load it, though, no?
Yes, extremely smart to front load it.
Yeah, because they're going to have to re-sign the rest of the guys.
Still doesn't rule out them taking a quarterback, I imagine, right?
I agree.
Does not. Does not. But we've talked about guys getting shopped.
Sweepy boy.
I'm a little sweepy. We talked about guys getting shopped, guys getting cut, different things going on. One guy on the trading block is one Derrick Henry from the Tennessee Titans, along with Bud Dupree, who got cut from the Tennessee Titans. Are there anybody out there that you've seen get cut or you've heard about getting shopped that you're interested in bringing to the Detroit Lions?
Frank Clark.
I think somebody said he's signing with the Cowboys.
Come the fuck on. Are you serious?
That would be wild.
Are you confirming? Are you looking it up?
I'm looking it up right now.
JB, you looked it up to Frank Clark to the Cowboys? That fast? Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I haven't heard anything about it yet.
I like Kate Cunningham. Am I using that right?
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro. What up, JB? Oh, we got a caller.
Yeah, we got a caller. So we got Nick on line 1.
Let's go, Nick.
Put him through.
Bring it.
What's going on, Nick? What do you got to say, brother?
What up, fellas?
What up, though?
All right, so look, first and foremost, I'm definitely in Brad we trust camp. All right, Brad Holmes, probably the best GM we done had in my lifetime. So
sure.
Whatever Brad does, I'm rocking with him. That being said, anybody on offense, especially a quarterback at 6 and 18, is just wild. It's just wild. Like, I get it. We don't want to pay Goff a crazy salary, but let's be honest, fellas. We're in a day and age right now where a decent quarterback is going to cost you about $35 to $45 million. And, I mean, that's just what it is. In a couple years, the average salaries are probably going to be $50 million for quarterbacks. So, I mean, I get it. I don't want to pay him that much either, but sometimes, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. And my last thing I was going to say is that, all right, everybody wants to make our offense stronger, make the offense stronger. That's great. That's great. But listen, we were a top-scoring offense and a top-producing offense last year and didn't make the playoff. We got to stop somebody. You got to stop somebody on defense to win the game. Yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs, they won the Super Bowl without having a super dominant defense, but they were good enough to get stopped. If we're not good enough to get – I mean, right, of course they had Patrick Mahomes, but that defense was good enough to make plays when plays needed to be made. We don't have enough playmakers on defense. We get those playmakers, then go crazy on offense. But we already got an offense that can light it up.
Hey,
Let's
Nick,
get somebody who can get us the ball back.
Nick, did you know the only commonality between every single Detroit Lions win this season, all 9 of them, was a turnover? Every single one of the wins, Detroit Lions. Yep.
One turnover.
At least one turnover caused by the defense. More than there's been games Detroit Lions won with Jared Goff through no touchdowns. There's been games that Jared Goff made through an interception and no touchdown. But Detroit Lions still won. Because, in my opinion, I mean, again, the only commonality was the one turnover. Then outside of that, real quick, Nick, is who are your favorite players on defense for the Lions right now?
Aiden and Kirby.
What round was Kirby drafted in?
What, Kirby's 5, 6? He was a late guy.
Third, I believe.
Third. But
it was third?
Yeah. But point being, you can find those guys like later on. But I'm with you. It was a top 5 offense, and the only position I'm really looking to address on offense would probably be running back and or quarterback. But I'm with you.
I'm all about getting another running back because Swift made a paper mache. That's my guy, but he can't stay healthy. So let's get a dog on defense, win us an extra, 2, 3, 5, 5 games, make it to the playoffs. Like you're saying, we only, we had those games we won. The difference was 1 turnover, right? Mm-hmm. So during that 1-6 stretch, that's the stretch that we need to have those turnovers happen earlier. So we get those turnovers earlier in the game. That makes a difference between us going to the playoffs and not. And frankly, we could have made it to the divisional round if we made it in there, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
so
the only thing I'd say though, again, is like you like Kirby, that's a 3rd-round pick. I'm sure you like Aleem McNeil, that's another 3rd-round pick. We like Malcolm, that's a 6th-round pick. We like James Houston, that's another 5th to 6th-round pick. Like, you could find these defenders late. I mean, even if you go to the San Francisco 49ers defense, you look at Fred Warner, that's a 3rd-round pick. The safety that popped off this year, 5th-round pick. Like, you could find these defenders late. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
you could find a running back like the Chiefs.
For sure.
The Chiefs got Pacheco in 7.
You think Pacheco's better than Bijan Robinson?
No, absolutely not. But we don't need. We don't need to. Like we don't need to force that. Like we need to get stops. And I get it. Like I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at Bijan at 18, but not at 6.
Yeah. So for me, it's
I'm
like
with you.
Solidifying the defense for sure is something you need to do. I want them to go defense, but you think a rookie would make that much of an impact? That a rookie in his first year in the league, first couple games in the league, would make that much of a difference, that much of an impact early to help us get wins? Because for me, it would be a veteran piece if you want to solidify that defense, to solidify something there. Because we saw the rookies come in this year and struggle, and then at the end of the year, they all started turning on, all started going crazy. So for me, a more impactful play to help the defense get better immediately would be to get a veteran.
Yeah.
You know what? I 100% agree. We definitely need veterans on defense for real, because we got a young core. They're showing a lot of promise, but there's no dog in there they can look up to and be like, wow, that's him, because he really did it. No one, like if we were able to bring in Levante, or if we were able to bring in Bobby, guys are going to listen to him different than they listen to Anzalone.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. I get that. But I mean, at 6, I mean, we need. I think that's a defensive player. And I mean, you could look at Sauce, you could look at Tariq Woolen. Now I get it, Sauce is an outlier, but you could look at Sauce, you could look at Tariq Woolen. They were rookies, and they made. I mean, Tariq's a late round pick. And they made an instant impact. So I mean, shit. Especially if we get one of them boys from UGA, they're probably about to 3-peat. They got linemen running like linebackers and linebackers running like DBs. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, man. Nick, I appreciate you calling in, man. And I also thought your dog knew what's up, because right, you said we need a dog. Your dog started barking in the background. Hey, I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah,
man.
That's my boy Big 50. He's a blue, just like the Lions.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you calling in, man. We got a couple other callers, JB. Who else we got?
Let's go to Chris right here.
Hi.
Not that Chris, but here's Chris.
What up, though, Chris?
What's going on, Chris? How you feeling, man?
What's going on, boys?
Not much. What do you got to say?
So I'm more in the camp of pick a quarterback at 6. It's a free pick. We're not picking in the top 10 again in probably the next few years at least. It's a good GM sets up for what's going on now in his future. So in my mind, you take Anthony Richardson at 6, you let him sit for 2 years. A big problem with his footwork, whatever. Fix those issues. When Goff's gone, you got an athletic, mobile quarterback that can throw the ball anywhere. And you can pick all defense behind that if you want to. I don't give a damn if it's whatever you want. But at 6, I feel like you have to go quarterback.
Have to. Would you be upset if they didn't?
I mean, every in my mind, if you have as many top 10 picks as the Lions have had over the last how many years, and you haven't picked up a young quarterback at all, you're making a mistake.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Chris. Appreciate you for calling in, man. Appreciate the differing opinions. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, I listen.
The difference in opinions.
100%. Again, I mean, you look to Chris's point, and I made this point all the time. I mean, look at the playoffs last year. The AFC is full of rookie deals. Mm-hmm. It's like a reality. And I didn't get to say this point to Nick, but He said, it costs to be the boss, and you can't find these quarterbacks that you're not paying like 35 plus unless you draft them. You know what I'm saying?
Being a boss,
and then you have them for at least 5 years.
It's the only way you can do it.
5 years. We got one more caller, JB?
Yeah, so we got Logan right here.
All right, for sure.
What up, though, Logan?
What's going on, Logan?
Appreciate you calling in, man.
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. So I'm just calling on the Lions defense. So have you guys seen this free agency class of inside interior linebackers, middle linebackers?
Yes.
Yes.
It's quite a
nice one. Well,
I know you guys were talking drafting the linebacker out of, Iowa, Jack Campbell?
Yeah, yes. Jack Campbell.
I'm on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, man. I do not want to sign him or do not want to draft him. I'd rather go out and sign someone like Zach Cunningham, Deion Jones, Tremaine Edmonds, or even, bring back Levante Davis for 1 or 2 more years. I know he's up there in age, but I think we need a few more veterans on this defense to kind of corral the young guys as well,
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you, Logan. That is my number one offseason wish for this Lions team is to sign Tremaine Edmonds, because I think the kid's a stud. He's young. He's the best coverage linebacker in the NFL, and he's just going to get better and will do a lot to immediately impact this team. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, the only thing is, if the Detroit Lions are bringing back Jamal Williams, which I think is going to be at least $6 million, John Kaminsky, and maybe even Alex Anzalone, which I would also be okay if it was just Alex Anzalone, then you go find your guy in the rookie class and try to develop him. It's like, I don't know if we're going to be able to afford the type of market that these guys are going to command. Outside of maybe like a Levante David who's aging and wants to win a ring if he feels Detroit's that destination, and same with obviously Bobby Wagner. But I'm with you. Like, I think it would be ideal to get a veteran in here. It's just at what cost, and then are Detroit Lions willing to pay it?
Yeah.
I'm viewing this as if we're not going to get Anzalone back, right? Like, we're going to let him go get an upgrade in that position like Tremaine Edmonds or like Levante Davis. I think it could help, the young guys, especially Malcolm, if we get a veteran in there who's been doing this for so long and won a ring, I believe, with Tampa.
Yep.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah, I appreciate your call, Logan.
I love when you guys call, Logan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Love when you guys call.
You guys have a good one.
Yeah, you too, man. We do have some more callers, but we do got to get to break real quick, and then we'll get to your guys' calls. Easy, why don't you tell us about Swiss?
I'll tell you about Swiss, all right, because what Brad Holmes is doing this draft, what he's preparing to do, is get himself insured at the quarterback position. All right, you should get yourself insured too with my guy Mark at SwissINS.com. Again, that's Mark at SwissINS.com. That's my guy Mark at Swiss Insurance. Make sure you guys hit him up. It's Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back. Hit that like button where you're going to.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Get a shot up. This is for the win.
All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
His name Tramick is the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Dude's all frazzled in there because we called him out on some shit. But the Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play and private land reservation for $120. And of course, they got a $2 mystery beer vending machine or multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com. Chris, why don't you worry about your own damn job before you're telling JB what to do and coming in for break?
I'm trying to look out for my boy, and I got messed up.
All right, welcome
what?
back. You're what? Yeah, what is he?
My boy.
JB, how you feel about that?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, what do you mean by that, Chris?
What do you mean by that?
Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights, live
Chris
on
is beat red right
woodwardsports.com and streaming everywhere on every single possible podcast platform you can find. So make sure you go out there, give us 5-star reviews. Do it. Do it. Do it. But, JB, we got some more callers.
Yeah, we got one more call. Here is Ace for you guys.
Throw him on.
Ace Hood.
What's going on, Ace? One of my favorite anime characters of all time. How you feeling, brother?
Yo, what up, though?
What up, though?
Hey, you know who this is, right? It's your favorite Jewish Jet fan.
Oh my God!
I didn't want to say it.
Well, what's going on?
We call him JJ.
Well, first of all, hey, how about those Knicks, man? Let's go.
Hey, let's
crazy.
go. Benny, I'll tell you this. I was watching the game last night, and win or loss, I was like, you know what? If you're going to compete with Boston, in Boston, without your point guard, dude, that's a win no matter what.
That's facts.
But to go 9 straight, bro. This is the best since Carmelo and Porzingis.
I know.
I'm all in.
I'm extremely. Emmanuel quickly went absolutely crazy in that overtime. I'm so excited,
Bonkers.
man. I thought Jalen Brunson was going to be a bust sign, but he's balling, dude.
Dude, we're gonna be so good all the way through the first round and get swept out of the playoffs. But hey, whatever.
Hey,
get there.
Hey, just get there, man. Just get there.
It's more of the
I want
Just get there.
to get quickly.
All right. So what's on your mind, Abe? How are you feeling about this Lions quarterback talk?
What's up,
You know,
Ace?
it's ace, baby. Hey, listen. So when it comes down to the draft, there's only one position you draft for need, and that's quarterback. All right. Everything else is just take the best freaking player available. There's nothing wrong with getting another wide receiver. Nothing wrong with getting another pass rusher. This isn't Madden. This isn't where you play 3 wide receivers the entire game and then just let it play out. Like, bro, you need to have all these guys continuously playing. That's how football works. And I get the defense wasn't very good last year. We need to bulk up, the secondary, and we need better linebackers and maybe a D tackle. That's all great. You'll get that throughout the draft. You'll get that through free agency. By each round, at each draft pick, just take the best player available. If the Lions were to go and take the wide receiver out of TCU at 18, that's not a bad pick. He's going to slot in. I know you took J-Mo last year, but you play with more than one receiver at a time. Just go get the best player available. None of this we need a corner. So that's how you get screwed. That's how you become the Jets and take D. Milner 9th overall because, we traded Revis, so we need a corner. No, you screwed yourselves because you picked for need instead of just taking the best player available. The only exception to that is a quarterback. If you need a quarterback, you're not going to get a good one 4th, 5th round realistically. So go and take that guy then. But dude, just take the best player that's out there.
So
that's all it comes down to.
If Anthony Richardson is sitting there at 6, would you say he's the best player available?
No, that dude sucks.
Would you rather have him or Zach Wilson?
Bro, I'd rather my dead grandmother than Zach Wilson. Get out of here. Dude, Anthony Richardson is Trey Lance, but at Florida. That's the difference.
Bro.
They're the same exact player. They're the same exact player, but one of them played at an SEC school, and one of them played at North Dakota Tech University A&M.
You guys got to stop this Trey Lance disrespect. It's gonna make a lot of people
Eazy
look
loves
silly.
Trey Lance.
I don't love Trey Lance. I'm factual. They let Jimmy G go. He was gonna start over Jimmy G. It's not because for any other reason that he's fucking better than Jimmy G. George Kittle hit the Pat McAfee show and was like, yeah, he's it. He's him.
No,
we've yet to see.
You're wrong.
How the fuck you telling me? Kyle Shanahan's an offensive guru.
I'm telling you, here's why you're wrong. Because they're going to start him because they traded all that draft capital to go get him. And you have to at least see what you got. That's why he's going to start. Can you imagine he went Jordan Love-like 4 years without getting a snap? They're we traded 3 first-round picks for this guy? Bro, put yourself, imagine the Lions were to do that now, right? Imagine the Lions trade 6, 18, and a 1 next year, move up to 1, take Bryce Young, right?
He's he's their best option, Abe. They're trying to win a Super Bowl.
Jimmy Garoppolo took him to the Super Bowl.
Correct, and they felt that Trey Lance was an upgrade. They literally let Jimmy Garoppolo go this year. They're trying to trade him last year. If Trey Lance wasn't a resemblance of him, and I'm talking about like him, like he's him.
Timothy Turner.
Then that would have never been the case. They're trying to win a Super Bowl. It's same thing with Green Bay, right? They drafted Jordan Love in the first round. And actually, I think they traded back into the first round to draft Jordan Love, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that one. Someone, I don't know, JB or you guys will look that up, but like their best option was still Aaron Rodgers. Teams are going to go with their best option. If they're going nowhere and they're on a treadmill, then they're forced to draft that, the guy they traded up for, the guy that drafted in the first round because they're not doing dick. Similar situation to the Steelers this year. But if you're a team that's like on the verge of winning a Super Bowl or having an opportunity to win a Super Bowl, you're going to play the best guy.
I agree you're going to play the best guy, but it was week 1 of the season. I don't know if Trey Lance was healthy, come playoff time, if he's still their starter.
I don't know.
I think he is.
I think he is.
So who would you take at 6 then? If Anthony Richardson's there, excuse me, and you don't like him, who are you taking at 6? Jalen Carter's gone. All the other good guys are gone. The top 5.
I'm going with that cornerback from Oregon. I like him a lot. I think he's not Sauce. Nobody's going to be Sauce, and anybody. And that's not just my Jets homerism. Like any cornerback drafted that high, and you guys saw with Okudah, like normally it takes a minute to become a guy, especially at the cornerback position.
Yeah, man.
And you're going to have a lot of expectations. Do you guys remember the year after Odell Beckham was drafted? Right, he was drafted in 2013. What's his name was drafted 2014 early on. Laquan Treadwell, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he is the guy. He's that next rookie guy," and he's a bum because Odell Beckham was an anomaly, and Sauce Gardner is an anomaly. They don't happen every day. So I think I would go with the kid from Oregon at 6 because I think he's the best player available at that time. But the expectation level can't be of, "Oh, he's the next Sauce Gardner."
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's
that's
stupid
too.
to
You
compare
can't ask
anybody to
somebody
Sauce
to be
Gardner.
all pro as a rookie.
He was the first one to do it in 40 fucking years.
Yeah.
Like that's just not even. Yeah, it's not realistic.
That is insane. Hey, Detroit strong, brother.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you, Abe. You're the man.
All right, I'll see you guys soon.
Let's go,
See
Knicks.
you, brother.
Go Knicks, baby.
No go Knicks on this show.
Go Knicks.
No.
He's wearing a Warriors hat. JB's wearing a Warriors hat.
Remember when JB came in with the dress decked out the Seattle gear after the Lions got beat by Seattle?
That's true.
Disrespectful.
Hey, I came in here trolling. That was my main objective.
I love the Knicks, man. Knicks have been my second team for 12 years probably now.
What an awful second team.
14
quickly
years.
so bad.
I know.
That's like the worst second team.
Shut up. I'm not just jersey ring chasing. I'm not just a ring chaser. That's you going on. I like LeBron. That's worse.
It's not worse.
The Heat are my team. Oh, now the Cavs are my team. Oh, now the Lakers are my team.
He sounds like that too.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't sound like that at all.
I don't sound like that at all.
Dude, uncanny.
I root for players.
People are.
That's like being a Jets fan and picking the Lions as your second team.
I'm
no.
It's Abe, man.
It is Abe.
I'm with you guys. Like I'm with Eazy on that. I like to root like this year in the playoffs. I'm rooting for in the NBA playoffs. I'm rooting for Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Last year I rooted for Milwaukee.
I root
like
for
Milwaukee.
greatness.
I'm rooting for the Knicks, man.
I want moments.
The
Like
Mecca.
shit I could talk about, like John Jones.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me something to talk about. Do GOAT shit. And he did GOAT shit.
It's true, but
and they shit in the middle of the octagon.
Are you taking
what?
Christian Gonzalez at 6 over Anthony Richardson?
Yeah, I mean,
you would if Richardson's there and Gonzalez is there.
probably trying to make a trade. To be honest with you, that'd be my first option.
Yes, nobody wants him. Nobody's giving you what you want.
I'd probably take Richardson. Yeah. Probably take Richardson.
It's weird. But you know what isn't weird? Where you can get the best haircut
My OnlyFans
in the city. You can come to Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win a down payment on your dream home up to $200,000. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, no appointment necessary, because at Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you tap in on any and every podcast platform and leave us that 5-star review, or you're going to have Sam Flannel and Lucas Klotz up here debating who gets more sunburn when they go outside in June. For the man to my left, speak easy. I'm Spencer Axter. We got Chris Platty in the TD booth and JB Smooth on the ones and twos.
Real quick, Oddmon Washington in the Woodward Sports chat. Richardson at 6 is a crackhead move. Well, it's being discussed. A lot of teams talking about taking Richardson at 6 is a crackhead sooner than move. 6. A cornerback out of this draft at 6 is also a crackhead move. What type of fucking... Where have you... Have you not been fucking privy to the fucking NFL draft the past 2 years?
Who are you taking at 6 then, bud?
2 top 10 cornerbacks out of last year's draft. Derek Stingley, Sauce Gardner. They pan out?
Yes.
Pretty fucking good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how about the year prior? J.C. Horn, Patrick Surtain? Yep. Did they pan out?
Yes.
This isn't your fucking grandma's NFL. I don't understand that
you need offensive linemen and defensive linemen, and you need to... No. This is... pass-throwing league.
It's just stupid. It's
if
stupid.
The best player available is a cornerback, you draft him at 6.
It's exactly what Ace said, a.k.a. Abe. The best player available. There's nothing wrong with going that route.
Yes.
As long as it's not tight end.
Yes.
As long as it's not tight end and or guard.
Not tight end or guard.
At 6. Like, that's at that spot. But, like, AAV, whatever it is, adjusted value...
He ain't sauce. Apollo, he ain't sauce. No shit. Nobody's sauce.
Nobody's sauce.
We're not expecting him to be first-team All-Pro his rookie year, but he's still the best corner in the draft.
Like, that's just wild.
And he'll probably be the best player in the draft available when you're there, unless you love Anthony Richardson.
Ryan said, why are we hating on crack again?
No hate on crack. Do what you do.
Everybody knows you can go up.
I want to run.
Should be advocating
like lions and tigers.
Everybody knows you can go your mother's purse.
Yeah. Got $5, $10, $20. So, is the Jalen Ramsey to Detroit, is that dead?
No. Could happen draft night.
Could happen draft night.
Yeah.
Are you still on board with it?
I mean, depends what Detroit Lions are giving up. But yeah, I am.
Who's on the line, JB?
All right, so we got Kyle on the line 1.
Kyle?
Uh-oh.
What's going on, Kyle?
It's the way.
How's it going?
Good.
What up,
How
Kyle?
you feeling, man?
I promised myself I wouldn't scream like a crackhead at my phone whenever you guys say something stupid.
All right.
No, I'm just thinking. I appreciate you guys. It's not working out, but I mean, it is what it is. We're in America, man. It's sports rivalry. Everyone has an opinion.
What's going on, man?
Richardson at 6. I'm not understanding that. Why?
It's just I mean,
like the guy has like a 50% completion percentage in college against teams that aren't even that good.
I mean, he plays in
like the guy, like Jamarcus Russell could throw the ball anywhere, but was he accurate? No.
I think I kind of disagree on that. And one of the reasons I'd bring up is the Josh Allen situation. He had similar stats, if I'm not mistaken, almost identical in the last year.
Very, very similar stats.
And on top of that, too, like, if watching the games, like, I assure you, like, you could look at the 55%, but if you watch the games, you see, like, these drop passes, and there are some inaccuracies, too. I'm not saying that's not the case. He's definitely, like, a project. And he spoke to it at the Combine this past week, too. He's like, that when asked about that by teams and or media, he said, growing up, I was used to being the biggest, fastest, strongest kid, and I would just rely on that.
Mm-hmm.
I had to learn how to be a quarterback this year at Florida, and that was in his first year, like, in that moment. So What a lot of GMs are looking at is the raw ability to mold this kid into something. Now, I'd almost point – this is a terrible comparison. But to make it easier, I'll point to the Jalen Hurts situation. Like, you kind of like utilize the strengths that he does have, though. And as long as you have him on that rookie deal, you can surround him with insane amounts of talent, the same way that Jalen Hurts has been done over there in Philadelphia. On top of that, too, you have a guy here. Remember what Jared Goff was before Ben Johnson and then after Ben Johnson. We have a Ben Johnson here to help mold that version of Anthony Richardson that we hope to see if he is drafted at 6.
Yes, that's plausible. I commend you on that. I'm confused on why Richardson, though. I mean, are we trying to get a Justin Fields in Detroit? We don't want a Justin Fields in Detroit.
Justin Fields in Detroit.
I think here's
what
what ask you.
What happened to Justin Fields when he got the boom smacked on him? He stopped running the football. He stopped running the football.
Imagine if Justin Fields was
they lost the game because he can't throw.
Line with Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams.
Very true. I didn't think about that.
Not throwing the ball to whoever the hell the Bears had out there.
And here's one alternative I'll give you two. Because again, I'm scared.
But when they went to Fields' arm, they couldn't complete.
For sure, but I mean, look at what Fields is throwing to. Outside of the receiver,
Darnell Mooney.
I like Darnell Mooney.
He was hurt though.
Yeah, but honestly though, would you rather take the risk of molding an Anthony Richardson on a rookie deal, and mind you, what Jalen Hurts was before they put talent around him?
Not at 6.
Or would you rather pay Jared Goff $40 million?
That's another thing. Where are you guys getting this $40 million from?
Geno Smith just signed a $35 million
I don't care. Yeah, but Goff isn't Geno Smith. Geno Smith is greedy. Goff is not a greedy. He's not greedy.
Come on.
Goff has been paid. Goff has been paid. He wants to be in Detroit.
Kyle, he was the highest paid quarterback in the league at one point in his career.
At one point, but yeah, sure. So was Matthew Stafford. Now they're not.
So is Derek Carr, and he just signed a $37.5 million deal.
Yeah, Stafford just won a Super Bowl. He signed like a big ass deal.
Yes, but I know. But Jared Goff, I'm telling you right now, he's not going to ask for $40 million. He's not going to bankrupt Detroit and steal assets that potentially Detroit could get to win him a Super Bowl. He's not going to do that because he's not a greedy player. He's been paid. He has money. He doesn't need money. So he's not going to rob Detroit of assets like that, especially that much assets. Could he ask for it? Sure. Would someone pay it for him? Because sure, he's a 3-time Pro Bowler.
Kyle, because I want some free lunch out of this.
I don't think he's going to ask for that.
Are you willing to make a lunch bet if Jared Goff gets a contract of $40+ million a year by Detroit Lions, which I pray doesn't happen? If it happens, will you send to have you some lunch? Something to eat on air. Uber Eats some food, and we'll do the same for you if it doesn't happen.
Well,
I wouldn't ask you guys to do that, but I'll do that for you guys.
I appreciate that, Kyle. I just think that's kind of living in like a fantasy land. Is like he's so nice. He's not greedy. Like you are what somebody's willing to pay you. That's how much you're worth. Is what somebody's willing to pay you. And NFL teams have proven that they're willing to pay quarterbacks upwards of $40 million. And if, like I said, Geno Smith's getting 35, Derek Carr just got 38. I can't be like, yeah, Jared Goff, he's just a good guy. He'll take 20.
I bet you he'd probably take about 30.
Still wouldn't do it.
That's still a great contract though for a great quarterback.
It would be a great contract to have him on, but I don't know. It's
not compared to
the
only
quarterbacks to win Super Bowls and that kind of money have been Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Patrick Mahomes. Do you think Goff is in that caliber of player?
Well, no, but he still has a future ahead of him. So he could become that kind of player. Did anyone think that Matthew Stafford was that kind of player until he hit LA and won a Super Bowl?
I thought Matthew Stafford.
I thought Matthew Stafford was a god, and I really was pissed off at Detroit because for the past 25 years we have not had an offensive line to protect that guy. And if he had the offensive line that we had this year, I have no doubt we probably would have surpassed. We probably would have won a playoff game this year. Then again, if we had an average defense, we definitely would have won a playoff game this year.
I agree. Well, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here, Kyle.
Appreciate you calling in, man.
Appreciate you calling in, man. You have a great night.
So how do we go about this whole lunch date thing?
Hit me up on Twitter at Speakeasy Sport. I'll put it in the chat.
I don't have Twitter. I don't have anything like that. I will just call you guys when it comes through. I will call you guys back. I'll be a man of my word on it.
There we go.
Deal.
There we go.
Appreciate you, brother.
Right.
Thanks for calling in.
I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one.
Thank you, Kyle. You too. Well, I mean, I wish everybody had the same amount of optimism as Kyle, but
hell yeah,
I just can't see that happening.
If I had Kyle's optimism, I'd wake up thinking I'm gonna lose 15 pounds.
Yep.
That's not even a number.
For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Planty in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Exter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights.
Smash the like button.
We appreciate you all tapping in.
Reviews the podcast.
Smash the like button. 5-star
Send
reviews.
your girlfriend's nudes.
Send your girlfriend's nudes. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.